A massive crane arm slowly rose into the air, then swiftly moved forward. What was inside the countless bags being lifted? You'd never guess. Workers were using flamethrowers to blast the bags with fire, causing Xiaolong to freeze in terror. What on earth was going on? It turned out that South Korea had just been hit by a highly contagious flu virus, even more dangerous than COVID-19. Tens of thousands in the city had already been infected. The president immediately ordered a complete lockdown, sending helicopters to deliver supplies and deploying special forces to the front lines for defense. The situation was critical. If not contained, the entire country, and possibly the world, would face disaster. The scariest part? There was no cure for this virus yet. Meanwhile, in another scene, a group of women stripped down for medical examinations. Anyone with red spots on their skin was forcibly taken to quarantine. It was then that Xiao Xue noticed red spots on her daughter's face. Knowing that sending her daughter to the quarantine zone would be a death sentence, Xiao Xue seized a moment when the medical staff wasn't looking and gently pushed her daughter into the crowd of uninfected people. Together, they slipped into the safe zone. When Xiaolong saw the red spots on his daughter, he knew she was infected. He urged Xiao Xue not to hide it and to seek treatment. But Xiao Xue, a doctor herself, knew all too well that there was no cure. Meanwhile, during screenings, a worker discovered a man with a normal body temperature. Upon closer inspection, they realized he was the man who had escaped from the shipping container. Tests revealed he had been infected for over 10 days, yet his temperature and blood work remained normal. This discovery gave everyone hope for a potential vaccine. Extracting his serum could be the key to solving the virus crisis. Desperate to save her daughter, Xiao Xue proposed to the hospital director that they extract the man's serum and inject it into a patient to observe the antibody response. However, experts strongly opposed the idea, arguing that such an irresponsible experiment could have fatal consequences for the patient. But with her daughter's condition rapidly deteriorating, Xiao Xue decided to take the risk. She managed to distract her colleagues in the lab and prepared to inject her daughter with the serum. However, the boy whose serum was needed initially refused, terrified by the idea. But when he saw the girl's familiar face, his fear melted away. He remembered how her kindness had once saved him, and without hesitation, he offered his arm for the procedure. Just as Xiao Xue was about to administer the serum, Ma Gei, a co-worker, secretly reported everything to the authorities. Before the injection could be completed, a swarm of workers stormed in. Despite the chaos, Xiao Xue pushed through and finished administering the serum. But as a tranquilizer dart struck her, she collapsed helplessly to the ground. Drugged and immobilized, she could only watch in despair as her beloved daughter was forcibly taken away.